Administration, Enugu State Ministry of Environment and Mineral Resources. After the State Executive Council meeting yesterday, it was decided that the company have to be sealed for now because of the effluent problem they are having with the Nome community in Nkano East local government. We observed that there's a collection of effluent in a pit there, and we asked, and they said that the effluent is being collected with a truck and discharged elsewhere.
Are you satisfied with that response?
I'm not satisfied. So that was why we have to carry out the state government order. Contamination occurs at the point of discharge. The company did not follow the truck that went to discharge their waste. So the waste might have been discharged at any point. So that's where, at the point where it was discharged is where it is contaminated.
Also, they say that they pay Enugu State government for discharge of this particular waste, and they have documents to this effect. Is there any truth to this? You are the head of administration of Ministry of Environment, and they say they have their papers, they pay for this waste discharge, and they have been doing that in accordance with Enugu State laws.
Not to Enugu, not to Ministry of Environment, please.
So are you not saying that the company is lying?
I didn't say that. I didn't say that, but
they made mention of discharging at the appropriate places as designated by the state government. So I don't know if, as a director of a Ministry of Environment, which is responsible for this, you're supposed to at least have a file of this claim. So are you telling us that there is nothing like that before you?
There's nothing like that, and the agency where they pay it, they know. They know it's not Ministry of Environment. Once they show evidence of concrete plans and strategy on how to discharge the effluent so that this kind of occurrence will not happen again, the company will open.
Thank you.
But no, wait. But don't you think that the state government is just being reactive instead of being proactive? Because this company, with land, has been in existence for 3 years. So why would the state government wait until something of this nature occurred before they come into the situation?
Did anybody complain before? Yeah, so they just complained. Okay. And what's the essence of government? Is it not to look at the welfare of the people? Okay, and once the people complain about infringement on their welfare, the government has to act.
Okay, you are complaining about, you said it may be the point of discharge. Is there any proof by the Enugu State Ministry of Environment that they are discharging at Nome?
Please, I have carried out the order of the government. Please.
Okay, no know you, sir.
Yeah, my name is Okeke FM. I'm the production manager of this company, the Help Integrated Services Limited. Just to correct you a bit, it's not members of this community, it's not the host community that is complaining, it's the neighboring community, you know, just a particular neighboring community that is complaining. And where the complaint is somehow, you know, surprising to us. It's a surprise to us to receive that type of complaint, you know, because we've had that issue, that complaint as far back as 2021. And every measure was taken then to curtail any form of pollution from this company, and we have maintained it till that. So even this complaint that came it was a surprise to us.
Can you tell us this measure that we're taking to curtail this?
Well, there are so many innovations that we have done.
The specific
in the company.
The world can know.
Number one, we now use truck to evacuate our effluent, any form of effluent we generate here. So we use truck to evacuate it to a government, Enugu State government designated point of discharge, you know, and we have records for this. We pay for the site where the things are done. If you look down, you will see the truck loading as well as I'm talking to you. You see the truck loading. So we have taken the measure not to discharge anything into the environment, into the gutter. Only clean water is what goes into the gutter. And there are other transformations that we are doing. Initially we are using black oil for our process for our burners, but we have translated to gas, which has no environmental pollution of any form. And there are other bond walls that we have built, and which is to collect any form of waste in case there is accidental discharge. So we collect in ditch, pack them out, reuse, or throw it away with the truck. I can make bold to say that. Because we don't discharge into the gutter that flows to the rivers. I know. So I really wonder. It's baffling to us, and we maintain that we suspect a sabotage, because formerly we used to hire trucks, but when we start to get this type of complaint, we are now using our own truck to make sure that the drivers go to the exact designated point. 2021 till now, it's not a short time, it's a long time that they complain this, and it has not happened again till this very complaint come up. And as well, the samples from the said river or stream that was contaminated, we've taken it, sent to various labs, and they've checked it, and the results are satisfactory. On the moment we receive signal for this complaint, the chairman himself, the CEO of the company, called the Igwe of that community, and he later visited the Igwe in company of some staffs, and they discussed, and he made it known to him that can't be coming from here. We don't discharge into the atmosphere again. Mind you, in 2021, when this happened, some other measures we took was to make sure that we provide, potable water for this community, assuming, the effluent came from here. So we dug boreholes for them, and we took some other measures, and some other measures in pipeline, which we even mentioned to them when they came around, protesting. We even mentioned to them. They were debunking and rejecting some of them, but we have some measures. We have dug boreholes for them. And one thing I need to also mention, which is critical, very critical, the said community, Nume community, is a bit far. It's more than 10 kilometers from this company. And there are other communities in between them, about 2 or 3, before Nume community. And the same Mvume River passed through these communities. They haven't come up with such complaints. We have not received, at least since that 2021. In this recent one, it's only that Nume community. So what happens?
Okay, you know the names of like these 2 or 3 communities that pass through this river?
The Mvume River passes through Ozala. Ituku, the host community here, it's supposed to start, the pollution is supposed to start here, right? Then after Ituku, you get Ozala. After Ozala, you get Abogu. Then before you talk about Nome.
All right.
Yeah, okay. As the environmental consultant of this company, they have Integrated Services Limited, when the incident of this pollution happened, I was involved. The Minister of Environment, SWAMA, all of them were part of the arrangement. And the ministry, in their wisdom, commissioned an analyst to public analyst, industrial environmental consultant on water treatment to look at the effect. And the report was presented on 29th March 2021, addressed to the Honorable Commissioner then of Environment and Mineral Resources. And the results were collected in different line of the water body, starting from the company. And the major implicating factor then was BOD, biochemical oxygen demand. And at that first point from the factory, it reached 966.40. The company did not shy away. They accepted it as it's a good corporate organization. So after which it was further analyzed, which is in tandem with the input of the company, which is organic in nature. Organic in nature is that it's not that it's harmful, but its effect on water body is that it requires high oxygen to degrade it, which will affect the organism living inside the water. So then another sample was taken to the closest, the host community, which is Ituku. The same BOD that was 966.40 came down to 448.00 milligram. You know, that's what they call dilution effect. As a pollutant flows in a water body, the water body has the capacity, it's a natural sink that can dilute and contain some pollutants. It now moved down to 448 milligram per liter. Then the next community along the line was Ozala. A sample was picked. And BOD read 201.60. These are above the regulatory limit while accepted. So that was 201.60 milligram per liter. Then the next community was Abu, which is farther from the company. The BOD came down to 115.20 milligram per liter. Then finally, the last community, which is Nome. The BOD, as at the time was big, was 48 milligram per liter. And 48 milligram per liter, if you look at it, it's not too far from the BOD limit of the road body. You understand? So that will tell you. So the moment the company knew exactly from them, they took responsibility. And by the activity that was social, corporate social responsibility, and dug boreholes to help them to access water for their domestic and
Then we're in 2023 now. The community, which of them is complaining now?
to the best of my knowledge, is Nome. The sample they gave to me read Nome 1 and Nome 2, which we took to the lab, and the analysis came out. It wasn't as expected. Just like I said, because it's a water body. Water body is an open system that receives all manner of things along the corridor.
Was there BOD in the?
Yes, there's BOD. The BOD of the recent one was for Nome 1 and Nome 2. The BOD, Nome 1 is 90.72 milligram, while Nome 2 is 94.4. You can see the contrast between the two. Though, like I said, this one is higher than the one because this is an open system. Maybe along that line, people have started farming. They can throw in any organic load into the system. Maybe rain fell within that period and wash off some organic load into it as at the time they pick it. Those things can affect the concentration of BOD in the water body.
Thank you, sir.
But it's quite different from what we had in 2020. But that's why we are so apprehensive to know exactly the source, so that if the parties can come together and know exactly what happened, probably because this event happened the other time, that's why they came here. And ever since then, they have taken measures to make sure that